masses can't continue to linger in backwardness, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Agriculture reforms will form foundation of a new chapter, says Minister for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar. Panchayat and municipal elections in Arunachal Pradesh slated on December 22. Country's COVID-19 recovery rate has improved to 95.40%. India were 9 for 1 in their second innings against Australia at Adelaide in the first test of the 4-match series on day 2. Very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Jolly Khoikia Gogoi with the news in detail. Asserting that India's farmers can't continue to linger in backwardness, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that in the last 6 years, his government has worked hard keeping in the backdrop all needs of farmers. Addressing the Madhya Pradesh Kisan Mahasammelan through video conferencing, Modi said the modern system for agriculture that India has created in the last 6 years is being discussed all over the world today. He said government has extended the Kisan Credit Facility for each and every farmer in the country so that they can access finances easily. The Prime Minister said his government has laid emphasis on cold storage and warehousing and urged the businesses and industry of the nation to increase their investment and contribute to making modern storage systems and cold storage in setting up new food processing ventures. 35 lakh farmers whose crops were hit by hailstorm are being provided with a financial aid of 1,600 crore rupees, Modi added. Slamming the opposition parties strongly, Modi said that the opposition are investing their political fortunes. Minister for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar has said agriculture reforms initiated in the interest of farmers will form the foundation of a new chapter in Indian agriculture and make the nation's farmers more independent and empowered. In his letter to farmers today, Tomar said, moving ahead with the mantra of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, the Narendra Modi government has tried to serve everyone without any discrimination. He said, the history of the last 6 years is a witness to it. Keeping in touch with farmers and their organizations, Tomar said they have hailed the reforms and expressed happiness. He said many farmers were availing benefits of the new laws. On the other side, Tomar said confusion has been created among farmers. As the Agriculture Minister, it is his responsibility to clear it, Tomar said. The minister expressed satisfaction that after the implementation of new laws, all records of procurement by the government on minimum support price were broken. When government was making new records on MSP purchase and increasing purchasing centers, some people were feeding lies to the farmers that MSP will be stopped. Stating that MSP will continue, the minister said mandis were functioning and will continue to function even as the government was strengthening the Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee. The mandis were also being modernized, Tomar added. The polling for the Panchayat and municipal elections in Arunachal Pradesh will be held on December 22 and all preparations are in place for conducting the elections in a single phase. State Election Commission Deputy Secretary Habung Lampung has informed that EVMs, randomization and printing of ballot papers have already been completed, adding that ballot papers have been collected by respective district election officers through their concerned officers. EVMs will be used for elections to the two civic bodies, Itanagar Municipal Corporation and Pasighat Municipal Council, and ballot papers for the panchayats. Lampung informed that in Panchayat, 141 Zila Parishad constituencies and 1,702 GP seats will go for polls. There will be no elections in 110 GP seats due to single nomination rejection or there was no candidate, as it is marketing and advertising the products of the local farmers of the state. Such initiative helps the farmers to get the best market and price for their products. In the retail outlets, organic products, spices like king chili, black pepper, miso chili, among others, also drew attention. Superfood like kiwi, passion fruit, dragon fruit, among others, also called the shots. Fresh fruits and vegetables are on display for customers to buy from. Neramek Limited was incorporated in the year 1982 as a Government of India enterprise by Northeastern Council, Shillong, as a promoter. Managing Director of Neramek said it has taken every possible step for marketing the products of the region through public-private partnership. Now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Come on boys, let's go practice.
अरे रुक यार, मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में गलत एंट्री का प्रॉब्लम हो गया है।
अरे तो बैंक को कंप्लेन करना।
बैंक को लिखे 1 महीना हो गया है, बट वो गुगली पे गुगली डाले जा रहा है।
तो आरबीआई के बैंकिंग लोकपाल को इन्फॉर्म करो।
रुक मैं समझाता हूँ। जैसे क्रिकेट में थर्ड अंपायर, वैसे ही आरबीआई का बैंकिंग ओम्बड्समैन। आरबीआई कहता है अगर बैंक आपकी कंप्लेंट को 1 महीने में नहीं सुलझाता तो आरबीआई के बैंकिंग ओम्बड्समैन में कंप्लेंट करो। यह आरबीआई का आसान तरीका है आपकी कंप्लेंट सुलझाने का, और वो भी फ्री।
समझे?
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
The country's COVID-19 recovery rate has improved to 95.40% as more than 31,000 COVID patients have recovered during the last 24 hours. Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has gone up to over 95,20,000. The current case load currently comprises only 3.14% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is around 3,13,000. During the past 24 hours, 22,889 new cases were reported, taking the total number of positive cases in the country to over 99 lakh. Currently, India's case fatality rate is at 1.45%, which is one of the lowest globally. During the last 24 hours, 338 deaths were reported, taking the toll to 1,44,789. With the Northeast COVID warriors giving their best to the battle against the pandemic, the region is better placed compared to the intensity of the virus in the last few weeks. While Arunachal Pradesh has reported 258 active cases, the number of discharged cases account for 16,290. The death toll is 55, reporting 3,523 active cases. 2,10,615 cases have been discharged in Assam. The tally for the dead is 1,010. Manipur has 1,872 active cases, even as the number of the cured cases have topped 25,250. The dead caseload is 332. Even as Meghalaya has reported 686 active cases, the cured cases account for 12,332. The death toll is 133. Mizoram has 164 active cases, while the discharged cases number is pegged at 3,923. The dead number 7. Even as 547 active cases have been reported from Nagaland, the discharged cases have topped 11,200. The dead account for 73 in the state. Reporting 294 active cases, Sikkim has 294 active cases, 4,990 cured cases, even as the tally for the dead is 122. Tripura has 294 active cases, 32,471 discharged cases, even as the death toll is 378. Assam Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma has said that 106 cases were found positive out of a total of 23,600 cases, while the percentage for recovered cases is pegged at 97.89%. The same for active cases has improved to 1.64%. The percentage for the dead is 0.46%. As COVID warriors wage their unwavering battle against the COVID pandemic, the world has reported a caseload of 5,54,02,373 active cases, even as the recovered cases have topped 5,29,59,126. The tally for the dead is 16,71,039. The preparations are being made for the smooth counting of Tiwa Autonomous Council poll that was held yesterday in 187 polling stations of 18 constituencies in Morrigaon district. Leena Das, DC, Morrigaon, told newsmen here that 78.75% polling was reported in Morrigaon district. Fate of 58 candidates are sealed in ballot boxes kept in Morrigaon College. The counting will start in 9 rooms at Morrigaon College and result is expected to be out before 4 p.m. Altogether, 200 polling officials will be engaged in the counting process. The SP Moregaon, Dr. Nanda Singh, said 3-layer security measures have been taken up in and around counting centres of Moregaon College. Born in the aftermath of the Sino-Indian conflict in 1962, the Seema Suraksha Bal SSB observed its 57th Raising Day amid COVID protocol at the Debendranagar 68 SSB Battalion headquarters at Debendranagar of Tejpur. Taking the salute at the march past by SSB personnel early on, the Frontier SSB Inspector General Pradeep Kumar in his speech said the SSB was guarding 1,751 kilometer of the Indo-Nepal border, even as the force was in charge of the 699 kilometer Indo-Nepal border. Kumar, as the chief guest, paid tributes to Martyrs Memorial in remembrance of the martyrs who had laid down their lives for the country. Referring to the key role played by the SSB in the internal security of Assam, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Sikkim, Kumar said that in order to prevent cross-border crimes, the SSB personnel have cultivated friendship with the locals in their places of deployment. 9 SSB personnel were presented the Director General's Silver Medal and a citation each. The 3-day Guru Tegh Bahadur Shahid Divas got underway in Dhubri from Thursday. The township wore a festive look. The morning hours on the occasion got underway with Nagar Kirtan, Langar among others. Although Sikh devotees congregated Dhubri on the occasion, the footfall of the devout saw a reduction this year on account of COVID. The Shahid Divas will end tomorrow. The state BJP is all set to meet all the central party leaders, including the Home Minister, to discuss and request them to consider fulfilling the demand of the state to implement the inner line permit. The state BJP chief, Ernest Mori, said that he will be visiting Delhi after December 22 and will be holding discussions with all the central leaders on the issue of ILP and also development. Informing that they will be discussing the issue in the state office bearers meeting of the party soon, Mori said they support ILP as this is the demand of the people of the state. State Health Minister A.L. Heck had on Tuesday asserted that there is no question for the state BJP to back out from the demand of implementing the inner line permit in the state. In cricket, India won 9 for 1 in their second innings against Australia at Adelaide in the first test of the 4-match series on day 2. Earlier, the hosts were all out at 191 in the first innings this afternoon. For India, Ravichandran Ashwin claimed 4 wickets, while Umesh Yadav bagged 3 wickets. India had scored 244 in their first innings. The visitors had resumed their first innings play today with overnight score of 233 for 6. Indian captain Virat Kohli had won the toss and elected to bat first. Kohli played a patient captain's knock of 74 and Ajinkya Rahane with 42 and Cheteshwar Pujara with 43 gave him able support. Now, for more news, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing and frequently wash hands with soap or sanitizer. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.